Now, I am recording this for a moment that I just experienced, and it was about hidden figures of aliens being on the $100 bill, or alien signs, or signatures, or insignias. And I had a recent incident. It wasn't recent, but it was like maybe a couple months ago. I had smoked weed. And when I smoked weed that time, I had experienced a very high, a very big high that made me hallucinate. And the thing is, I was hallucinating so bad that I felt as if the days were repeating. And as I was going through that high, my mind was already processing that this is a day, this is the exact same day, but somehow people we people are living it over and over, and we're repeating it. I had saw it was Friday, and I had saw what I saw Wednesday, which was 2 days before. And when I was experiencing that, I was spazzing out like I am right now. I was yelling. I was literally so scared. You gotta excuse my stuff nose. This stuff has me scared shitless right now. Man. Oh. And as I as I think on this, I'm like, are we being controlled to the point of where we literally unconsciously live life through a simulation that is made at our own will? And when I saw it, I was like, I was so scared because I'm like, I'm not living. If I'm basically living a life at my own will unconsciously, that means anything at any given moment can happen. And right now, I don't know what will happen a couple days after, but a couple days after this recording. But I just want to say, if it is possible, if it is anywhere near possible that every last person on this earth is being manipulated via mind control unconsciously, and are living a life that is already set for us. And for an example for that is, I remember I had these hallucinations, or these, not hallucinations, these dreams, or these visions of incidents that have recently happened. And ever since I've come over here, currently I'm in Alabama. Sorry, you gotta excuse me. Oh man, this is gonna sound real disgusting. But ever since I come over here, I have experienced days feeling like they're repeating, or I'm seeing these visions happen before, or I've seen this happen before, and then they transpire. And what I pictured in my mind, as if every last person's brain, every last bit of technology being a beacon of a wave that can basically stimulate, because as we see, as I'm looking at this screen, this camera right now, I'm looking at it. And as I'm looking at it, my brain is also processing that I'm looking at a camera, looking at myself. So that means that this screen that people really take for granted has way more potential than we are thinking it has. Meaning that if the government has found a way to secretly manipulate every last person in this world using a phone, using screen technology, or AKA, I think it's blue light. Blue light. If they are able to do that and affect your brain, they can make you play out a scenario that you are going to do. So the only way that you can bypass that is by going out of what you have told yourself to do. And for an example, if you say, "Oh, I'm going to do this when I grow up," do not do it. Do not do it. Because that is most likely a fake reality that will soon eventually lead you to either death or some mishap. Because if it's something big, there is a very high chance that you will exceed that. You will accomplish that. But at a cost, at a very grave cost that will lead you to either losing your life or losing something very dear to you. So this is a true message, and no one has to take this at all and take this for a grain of salt. But if you truly think about this, more of this technology has been told to us by countless people that it is dangerous. Yet yet the economy, yet the government is so okay with pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And it's insane. I'm in right now. That video woke me up. And there's a lot of people talking about, oh, woke this, woke that. If you truly feel like you are woke, you will not use technology as the way they want you to use it. And I am so happy. Now, I don't know. I may send this to my dad, because if you listen to this, Dad, I am so sorry for not realizing this about this technology stuff early. And I apologize for the cursing, but I'm just I'm terrified, because I don't know if I have been manipulated throughout a good majority of my life to do something that was told of me to do. For an example, when I was young, I played on video games constantly. And there was a point of my life where I knew how to gain power. I knew how to be evil. I knew how to I knew how to get what I wanted. I knew what people I should pick. I knew how to strategically create a government that is corrupt. I knew how to do that. And here's the thing, I'm just playing video games. I didn't even play any online games. I played, if I did play shooter games, they were on my phone. But as I was growing up, I knew how to do this stuff so strategically. It would, and I felt like to myself that I could have become a very powerful ruler if I had allowed myself to keep going down the path that I went down. But as I entered my last year of middle school, which would have been that arc for me, my dad had took me away and he put me in California. I was so enclosed in such a tight reality that I wasn't seeing anything. I wasn't seeing anything harsh. I wasn't seeing the reality of things. And when I went out to Cali, I really saw things, and it made me realize that life is never sugars and rainbows. It's not all on dice. You have people that are hopeless. You have people that are in a state of mind that is so nasty that you wouldn't even want to. You would think to yourself that, dang, I feel bad for the mom of that child, even if they're an adult. But I can tell you this, when I chose to allow myself to not mess around with technology, this right here, when I chose to not do that, I completely changed. I completely changed. I saw things in a completely different sense. And now when I saw that video, it made me say to myself that has this entire time, has everyone's life been a plan for a higher power to manipulate certain people that they picked to go down a certain path so that they could either manipulate or use them to their advantage. And right now I just don't know. And when I came up with the theory about these phones, about technology in general, your brain processes that. Your brain processes what you are seeing. Meaning that the technology that is being shipped to your eyeballs, to these things right here. The reason why some people's eyes hurt when they look could be by the fact of your eyes absorbing way too much of this. Meaning that there is a chance to send waves through your phone to, or through any technology, through to your eyes, so that your eyes can process what it's seeing, so they can send whatever they want to send in your brain to manipulate you to continue to do what either they want you to do. That's why, since technology is becoming such a big thing now, people are becoming stupider. Technology, when I was younger, it was never a big thing. You always had kids in multiple different age groups creating things. Kids that did not use that. Kids that were outside. Kids that were outside doing everything joyful. But it's always when the economy hits a very devastating point where everyone starts to shut down. It happened with the Great Depression, but somehow we came back and we improved. We improved drastically. Lots of things changed. We developed touchscreen. We developed waterized cars. We developed better automobiles. We developed a lot more technology. But now that technology is bringing us to another depression. It's bringing us to another very grave moment for the world. And I do not know how long this current generation has before we destroy each other, each other, or this entire planet. Now, I personally, ever since I was young, ever since I was able to process life in general, I said to myself, I do not want to be killed by someone else by a stupid incident. I don't want to be killed because of some dumb person who's a president who has a childish mindset decides to blow up different things, and next thing you know, there's a whole huge explosion. That what if by any chance it hits a certain part of this earth that completely just makes it go completely goes out of whack, and everything changes. And guess what? Climate change. For example, climate change. Have you ever, if you truly think about it, go back to the old times where scientists were out there doing these things. Has there ever been a document or a letter or any type of written essay or something, or any written document that talked about climate change when we started bringing in very powerful technology based nuclear weapons? Has there ever been any complaint? If there has, I would say what I'm saying right now is worth nothing. It is meaningless. But until we started bringing up the development of high technology, aka nuclear weapons, we have destroyed the world countless and countless and countless times. We have destroyed different parts. We are slowly killing the world, which will soon stop working for us and either restart or it will shatter and we will all die because of the insecurity of the people who get power. That's why I don't like that word. I don't like that. I don't like power in general, whatever it defines. Because power truly defines a lot of things: domination, conquering, smart, intelligence, strength, a lot more other things. And for us to sit here and have a chance of blowing up or completely destroying a world that we choose not to look deeply into, it's baffling. It's baffling. And I've seen so many times in so many things on how so many either movies, shows, something is trying to tell the people to change. Get out of what you are doing. Stop doing what they want you to do. The more you use these phones, the more you use technology, the more they have over this. Now, I had a father that saw this, that heard and taught me about it. And I saw from other people, I've heard rumors, I've had other people have the exact same thoughts. These things are not assumptions. It is pure fact. And what I said about the waves from the for the screens, for the technology, that is pure and obvious reasoning. Now, for not to be, not to flex or try to flex or anything, but usually for the average person, it would be hard to find that reasonable. But for me, it's easily reasonable. It's easily reasonable. Because I've realized so many other things that people see as one and truly being another. Or I've been able to see through a third sense, basically. I see three ways: positive, negative, and neutral. Those are the only three things that make this world go anywhere near around. You have positive people. You have very negative people. If you didn't have negative people, you would have positive people. If you didn't have positive people, you would have negative people. And if you didn't have neutral people, you would never have negative or positive. Because in order for a triangle, aka most people, and I was about to say Illuminati, in order for that to operate, you need a certain selection of people to operate a certain a certain plan, in order for that plan to stay stable. If you do not have any of those triangles, any of those quarters, any of those, I'm trying to think of the angles of I'm not even going to say angles. Any of those quarters of that triangle, that triangle will not stand. And for example, let's not say the Illuminati. Let's say a pyramid. You have to excuse me again. But this stuff, it's just flowing right now. It's flowing. It's flowing right now. All of it, it's like a flash. And when I tell you, when I saw that video, I couldn't even speak. I couldn't. My head started to hurt. When I truly took time and said to myself, was what I saw that day when I was high real? And what I see it as now, as a way to wake up. Because let me tell you something. I was 7.8 miles away from my house, riding my bicycle in the dark, high. I was so high, I blacked out. And the only thing that led me home were my headphones and the Google Maps. It sent the earwaves to my brain to tell my body to operate on its own without me even seeing. I wasn't even looking. I couldn't see. I blacked out. My eyes were closed. Well, they were. I'm not gonna lie and say they were fully closed. They were opening and closing, but they were very slow. It was like this. And the only thing that I remembered when I got close to my house was the stop sign, was the stoplight, and a white pickup truck. A white pickup truck. And that was it. After that, after that light, I passed out. And when I got home, it said, "Welcome home." And at that time, I said, "Thank you." Because I was high as a mother. But my mind was still conscious. And it was so insane that my brain operated on its own. I pulled my bike over the fence to my townhouse, put it down, locked it up without having any reconciliation that I even did that. So either I had been watched or I had been seen at a daily thing. And now it knew exactly what I did. So what it did was it operated as I usually would operate. And when I tell you that I thought I was dead, because there was a light to my house, and there was a light going up the stairs, because we had 2 floors. We had the bottom and the top. And I said to myself, I yelled hello, because I didn't see, I didn't hear my dad at all. I didn't see or hear him. So I yelled hello because there was a light, the only light in that house, up that stairway. And that's when I thought I was dead. Because I knew 7.8 miles was not easy. It's not easy to get to and from. Because I went from Lancaster, you can look that up, Lancaster, California, all the way up to Palmdale. Lancaster from Palmdale is a 7.8 mile bike ride. Almost like 40 something minutes to get to. And I think 20 minutes to get down. Because there was a slope. And what made it even worse was that I remember dropping my keys. Now, my keys are very small, and the only thing that made me realize that I dropped them was the metal of the lock that they were locked to. Once I felt it fall out, I picked it up. Because the very moment that I feel that metal fall out my pocket, I know I've dropped my keys. So there is a hidden message in these things right here that we need to realize. If we do not stop, I would say for everyone in this entire world to do this, do not do what you want to do right now. If you are constantly on a phone or anything for more than 2 hours, for more than an hour a day, if you are on a phone more than an hour a day, I suggest you not do what you want to do. Do something else. Do not do it. Do not. Because you may be being told what to do as an order. Now, this does not have to be taken for granted. But I just want you to think, has my life been controlled by technology? Have I allowed myself to unconsciously be manipulated daily and told daily what to do? And better yet, it doesn't even need to be daily anymore. If you use your stuff so much, it just creates a system. It's just a system of plans. You set plans so that if they follow those plans and your plans, they accomplish your goal. Why do you think there are so many artists that do so well and they get recognized? And they're almost like, just, some people consider them gods in a way. There is a system. There is a system. And the people that choose not to see past it will do what they want us to do. And I say they as the people who make these phones, the people that were caught doing what they did in the first place, that was supposed to awaken everyone. And they told us, even when we were young, they told us about a thing called Big Brother. They told us about that when we were young. Now they're not doing it no more. They're not saying it no more. They're not bringing people who bypassed the matrix, who bypassed the system. I'm not even calling the matrix. I'm going to call it the system. Because what a computer system is, a combination of things that people choose to put together to do what they want to do. That's how machines are made. And why do you think so many AI movies about machines bypassing the system and managing to live their lives? Because the very moments that they bypass the system that was designed to do what was told of them to do, they take over. They take over. It was said in so many movies, and so many people don't see it. It's so simple. If you just take time and have the right people around you to tell you what you really should do. Please, I'm going to say this once, and this will be my last time. Do not do what you want, quote unquote, want to do. Do something different, completely different. Be who people don't think you want to be. Change. Completely change your course of action. Do not allow yourself to be manipulated and used by the system. Please do not do that. Don't. Do not do this. Now, I was thinking to myself, where am I going to post this? Where? I'm going to post this on YouTube. Because at least, maybe somewhere, and I'm going to put a lot of words. I put alien, system, manipulation, mind control. I'm going to put a lot of things on here so that just in case, if people do see this, which I really hope they will at least see that it is time to change. It's time to change. It's time to change. Stop doing what you think you should do. It's written. It has been told by us. And I can guarantee you, the AI movies that I mentioned before, they may not be able to be watched anymore. You may need to go on a specific site that downloaded them. Because if you try to watch them again, I can assure you that they are not existent anymore. They are gone, wiped, erased. And I want to mention one other group. Now, you may think, oh, I'm just doing it because I'm African. No, it's a group called the Black Panthers. This group has been wiped from the history of this modern generation. No one knows about it. I've seen so many people ask about, oh, do you know the first president? Do you know all this other stuff? If you asked, do you know the Black Panthers? I can assure you, the people that ask those questions, the people that go to the people that obviously don't know a thing about the world, if you ask them, they won't even recognize it. Because they were the first African people to be born in this country to surpass the matrix, aka the system. They were the first African people. They had managed to spread their teachings, their symbol, they managed to do it around the freaking country strategically. And if they had continued, there was a high chance of them doing what? Controlling this entire country. But somehow, somewhere in it, someone made this people, this group, disband. Something switched in a person's brain and made them disband the group, which slowly died off till there was one last group which was talked about in my school, which were sent in by a rat, by a person that was a part of them but ratted them out. Once again, don't trust the system. No matter what you think you should do, do not trust the system. Don't trust it. They may seem like your friends. They may allow you to they may allow you to thrive peacefully around the world. But do not lose who you are. Stop. I would say for everyone, put down technology for a year and live life peacefully for 1 year. Do it for 1 year. For just 1 year. Because there's one program that forces you to do that. And it's the military. The military says to you to put down everything for 3 months and train yourself Learn. Live life for 3 months without it. For 3 months without it. Before you are sent to wherever you need to go to get your job. Now, when you are in the military, you are working for this system. Sorry about the nose. But right now, man, I'm really focused on getting this out right now. Because if I don't, it could be too late. And this can never be again. This could never pop up again. And I really want people to know this. No matter where you are in the country, no matter where you are in the world, there is some system that is using you to do what they want you to do. And for countries that don't have a system, if they don't have a big system that affects everyone, they have intelligent people. They have intelligent people. A lot of people say, oh, Korea, China, all the Asian countries. There are a lot more foreign countries that have smart people. There are a lot more. It's just a system of plans that tells you what they want you to know. Once again, even if it's another person saying it who isn't even a part of the government, they will send waves. They will send a plan. They will put a system in someone else's brain, and they will set it to certain coordinates, certain commands to do what they want it to do, so that they can impact a certain amount of people to get them to do what they want them to do. Do not believe the system, please. For the love of what is all peaceful in this world, do not believe the system, please. I'm begging every last person who may watch this, please do not believe the system. It is way too corrupt. It is way too precise. And clearly, they're stupiding us so severely to the point to where we cannot even remember people telling us the truth. We can't even remember the truth when we were told it. Sometimes we can't even say the truth because we have a hard time believing it. A system of plans is what will make you do what they want you to do. I don't deserve any praise on this. I just really want people to see right now. It's all I do. All I want to see. That's it. Please stay. Please just live. That's all I gotta say. Live life your way, not their way. Yours. And yours only.